Alright, my name is Bill Jarrett. We'll be doing, let's see here, packet tracer activity d33523. Adding a switch to a VTP domain. Says that our objectives are to configure the VTP domain, mode and password, create a VTP revision number, and add a switch to an existing VTP domain, and use show commands to verify VTP configuration. So here we have our network with all our switches, and then we have one forward switch sitting over here. Okay. And the instructions basically tell us that the expansion requires a new switch to be added to accommodate the additional workstations, and they're using equipment from a closed branch to complete the expansion. So this is a used switch apparently that has been used in another location, which means it has its own configuration settings that probably need to be changed. So our first step is we're going to select our VTP server switch, and we're going to see what it's currently set to. So we'll click on that, go to CLI, and we're going to go ahead and enable the switch. And first thing we need to do is go not configure. First thing I'll do, we're in privileged executive mode, so we want to see what the VTP status is. So this tells us that VTP version is 2, and this is set as the server, and the domain name here is Cisco. So we kind of want to remember all this. Alright, now we'll come down and we'll take a look at our switch that we want to add. Oh, where'd he go? There he is. Sitting behind, so I'll bring him up to the front. So here's our switch. Let's go ahead and take a peek at him. Let's enable him and show VTP status. And VTP version is also 2. This is set as a server, which needs to be changed to be a client instead. And the domain name is class, so this isn't going to work. We need to change a few things here, such as server and change this to Cisco. Okay, so we know that this guy's set up wrong. So we're going to have to change a few things here. I probably have to reboot this switch. So I guess the first thing we could really do is make these guys match up. So, I already have them enabled, so we want to change them around a little bit. So let's go ahead and get into global configuration mode. Now that we're in there, we can actually start configuring him. So we want to get in here and change a few things. Alright, so the first thing we want to do is change the domain. So we'd start with VTP domain, and we were going to call it, I think it was Cisco, was the name of the domain. And then the second thing that we needed to change was the operating mode. So the VTP mode should be client. And I think that's about it for now. So we can go ahead and exit. Copy, run, start. Okay, so now we know that these are all the same. We can actually go in and try now to connect our network up. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to hook this puppy up Using crossover cable. We're going to connect port 24 to port 23. Okay, and then we have to actually set this up. Oh, can hear you. There we go. Let's take a look at port 24. As you see, set to access. So we're going to set them to trunk, like that. You take a look in here and actually put in the commands for you. Switch port mode trunk. It's just another way of doing it. You can actually do it the long way this way, or you can do it the way that I just did it. Either way, it's going to work. Okay, so zip. Okay. Kill this one. And I can come to this guy, do the same exact thing. .23, he's set to trunk already. Okay, now we're seeing green. It's looking good so far. Hopefully I did it right. Next, I want to check and see if there was a password on this. Alright. Okay, there's a password of password. So we should probably set this guy to be the same thing. Let's see if a password exists right now. Cisco 123, so we're going to clear that password out and change it. Alright, so the way how we're going to do that is just simply override it. BTP password. What did I do wrong? I'm in the wrong mode, of course, duh. T, alright. Okay, set our password to password now, so we should be good there. And we can exit from this mode. Copy, run, start. Saves it. Okay, so we should be good now. So now let's just check and make sure that we've got everything absolutely right. So we'll start by going back to our VTP server right here. We've opened him up. We're in privileged exec mode. So let's say show VLAN. See if everything's right. And we'll also grab a hold of our other one, which was this guy. Do the same thing. Show VLAN. And we can see that we have 100, VLAN 100, VLAN 0200, 300, 400, 500, 600. Basically, these databases should look about the same. So 100, 0200, 300, 400, 500, default, token ring, so you can see all this stuff is in here. So to me, they are looking about the same, other than ports. Other than that, they look identical to me. So there we go. We'll do the same over here. Again, they look the same. You see much difference here. So they both look identical to me. I think that we got them right. So we'll go ahead now, check our results and make sure that we did them right. And it says we've properly configured this, so the activity is done correctly.